you know what, science, it's time for an intervention because you've got a woman problem. Women are not represented as they should be in science. And so as far as the core values of SWIS, I see us as being another voice, and another needed voice. We need as many voices as we can possibly get to come together and say we should have gender equity in science, of course in all things, but we are, of course, focused in science.
I'm a microbiologist. I'm also one of the co-founders of SWIS. And in the microbiology department, we have lots of really strong female mentors at the Trobe. So through most of my research career, I haven't realised that gender equity was a problem. When I went to some international conferences and started talking to female leaders around the world in our field, we realised actually that there was a problem. And so we reflected on this and decided that because we were in such a supportive environment in the microbial department, that we were actually really well positioned to set up this women's support network and try and reach out to women that are in fields that are more male-dominated.
It's not just science that gender equity is important in. It's all fields. Men and women should feel like they're being treated equally.
I've come back to science rather late in life, and after working in industry for a number of years, and I did find that the choice to come back to university was confusing for some people as to why I would do that. So I thought this would be more supportive of my decision to come back to science.
We really want to highlight the importance of diversity and encourage institutions to promote diversity and facilitate different people working in science. Why can't I have a family and work in science and be respected? Or why can't a male want to be a family man and still have his job in science? These things aren't really well handled at the moment. It's going to take more focus on equal opportunities, diversity and equality in the workplace for us to get there. SWIS is really about forwarding these ideas. We know that diverse input gives the most creative output. In science, we're striving for creative solutions to really big world problems, and it just doesn't make sense to only be drawing on men or only, Westerners. We need diversity in science to come up with the best outputs, and gender equity is one step along the road to that diversity. That's why it's important.
To me, science is a very creative process, and it requires great minds both from different races and backgrounds, but also different genders, so that you get different approaches to the same problem, and hopefully we can come up with a solution. So I think it's good to promote all of these aspects.
The people in microbiology have lots of women role models, whereas I think the number I heard was that there were only 12 women who are at associate professor level or above in the entirety of Australia in the mathematical sciences. I don't have that many role models to look up to. Hearing about SWIS was like a breath of fresh air. I couldn't wait to get involved because I personally need the support, and I figure if I need this kind of support to be around other women in science, then there must be other women like me who need the support. So if I can, it's my job to provide support to other women just like me. If we come together, then we're stronger for it.
So one of the goals of SWIS is to dispel the myth that as a field, science is just for dusty old men. It's not. Women are good at science. Men are good at science. The more diversity, the more equity we get into our science sector, the better our science is going to be.